I'd like to start with a quote from Edwin Schlossberg. He said, "The skill of writing is to create a context in which other people can think." The magic of market cooperation was actually driven by people following their individual self-interest. He said, "It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard for their own interest." He makes this really, really interesting point in the book that the market, as we normally understand it, the market of people trading goods and services is not the same as financial capital. And companies have foreign policy with respect to nation states. So we're starting to mix up this distinction, and that's worth keeping in mind. And I want to focus mainly in this talk, at least in this central section of the talk, on fundamental changes in cooperation. So the nature of the firm was going to change, Bankler said, and he saw software development and open source software in particular as an early sign of that. It's quite amazing to watch this new form of coordination and collaboration through technology, as it happens. Of course, we see this peer production economy now becoming more formalized with a nice way of money changing hands with crowdfunding startups like Kickstarter. Here's something I want to do. Will you give me money? It's just this very pure market. This goes back to this notion that companies are becoming more state-like, and there are people who aggregate all this user intelligence, this new kind of market. And it's kind of interesting because we're starting to see headlines, again, that suggest that Facebook is a country. We are starting to fuse computers and humans in interesting new ways through this process of collective intelligence, the statistical overlay on this digital world of human activity being correlated, collected, and turned into products which create feedback loops. We're seeing that. Google is a kind of fusion of man and machine. The whole structure of modern computing, not just the internet, but the whole structure of modern computing, was funded by the government. It was wartime, and what was really amazing was that the decision was made to put it into the public domain. Cities are also getting ahead of the curve in terms of instrumenting the world. SF Park is working on a smart parking meter system that will allow you to do congestion pricing of parking meters. A focus for your work and a focus on this idea of the future of collaboration is to remember that government of the people, by the people, and for the people still means something.